Today's video, we're at Custom Chrome Plating in Grafton, Ohio. We're going to show you how the best chrome in the world gets done. Stay tuned for today's video.
Together.
So after you get all the welds, you're trying to smooth that out.
Yeah, you'll get a weld and then you'll hammer that out a little bit because it's always low where the heat's hit it.
Right.
And it sinks. So you tap it out, tap it out, tap it out. Then you disc it. And then you start filing it. And then I'll fill in these. I'll fill every imperfection in.
So all these little marks right in the metal, you're filling those all in. So really you're probably using a file on something like that.
You use a block.
Okay.
You'll let it and then you'll block it flat.
So after you sand it, you go to copper?
Yeah, we'll DA it all flat as I can. Copper it, bring it back out, and then you start blocking it. I'll take a block and I'll block it to see where all the lows are. And I'll start dollying it. And as you can see, that's all patched. They put this whole bottom strip on themselves. That's been cut. They put that all in. You just sit there and start hammering. You start going pop, 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 with a dolly. And then you block to see how close. And then you disc. And then you file. And then you belt. And then you fill. Then you go to copper.
So a lot of people were thinking that you just put it in chrome, right? That you get it in, it's welded like this, so we'll show you the welds again, but they're actually detailing this, they're hammering, they're filing, they're filling it.
Polishing.
And polishing it.
We call it sand, it is polished. We call the last operation buffing.
Okay.
Most people call it polish. Buffing means to shine it.
So let's show the welds again real quick. So we just have all these were patch panels.
Right. All them, that's where the light used to be, that's where the license plates used to be. Then they added the fin. See, that was all added.
So all this piece is all added?
Yeah. So you gotta take that weld, and he wants it rolled to make it look like it was all one piece. You set down, take little things of lead, and you'll take a block or a little stick with sanding paper, and you'll get that as smooth as you can before you even get it in the copper. Everything has to be like, the problem is like when you do lead, you usually try to finish it that big of a patch. You usually try to finish it at 80, keep it rough. Because anything finer will start sinking the lead, then you gotta fill it back in again.
So this is the finished process?
Yeah, that's the finished, it's gonna get nickel.
So it was copper after you sanded it all?
There's lead all in that. There's welds everywhere in that.
Wow.
It's a total difference. Okay? That's been all cut. Every bolt hole's been welded. That's been cut. These brackets been put on. And then if you look, you can't see none of them welds on the top of that bumper. See how close that is?
Right.
And they'll want this, see this side? We gotta fit that tight to it. So now you gotta sit here and take off and just keep fitting and take off. Because they don't want no gap in it.
Right.
But you gotta wait to get this almost perfect so you know where it's gonna be and then we'll start on these. Because I already polished them out. That's what that looks like before it even goes in the copper.
Right.
And that ain't good enough. Which makes that so thick that you either got to cut it off, you know, grind it, the customer, and then put it together. If it's so thick, it won't fit right. We make sure to trim all that down, so when you get it, it goes right together. A lot of people would have it that thick. They'll have that thick. They'll just keep dipping it till they get the imperfections out. We start out with a raw, trying to get as much as imperfections. So you don't have to load it up with copper. Then, like here, everything has to fit in there.
Right.
Everything has to fit.
And then you're even doing the details and all.
You have to do all, that's what they want. They'll want all that detail line. And that looks like, yeah, that looked like that.
Right. So where
that part looked like that.
Right.
But yet you look, it's not thick. That means you're doing, look at the back of it, how rotted that was. If I go too far, I'll start popping holes on the other side. So I gotta sit here and skim that. But most companies don't. And that's why you get that thin of a piece.
Right.
You look at it. But still, look how rotted it was. But you look down it now.
Right.
And it's not got holes in or nothing. But I'll take a big DA and I'll skim that piece. I'll keep skimming it until I know it's going far, and then I'll go like that, and then I'll DA it and I'll put a little bit of copper on it. But it looked like that.
Right.
And that's the difference between us.
This is nickel plated right now.
This is nickel plated right now, and coming out of the nickel tank before chrome, if I discover any small imperfections on the piece, this is my last chance to take this from an average quality to, let's say, show quality. In this case, was what this is. And buffing on this wheel here, I can achieve that. You know, any small, this is an environment thing in my opinion. Any small dirt in the air, anything like that. You have filters in the tanks, but sometimes you get a little speck of something in there, and this we can use to, you know, achieve that. So this is a Caustic Cleaner tank. This is going to start the process of nickel chrome. In this case, we're just going to be chroming. This is a piece that I just bought. This is going to remove the contaminants on the part. In this case, I just bumped this piece, so any compound, fingerprints, anything like that, all gets removed from the part in here. So I just let it get kind of warmed up. As simple as washing dishes. This process here, the electro cleaner, is activating the nickel surface. This is the most important thing when you're dealing with nickel that's come out of the tank and gone back and been buffed on. Nickel will passivate and basically need to reactivate that surface to accept plating, or you could have delamination and all kinds of failures. Water rinse. This is a hydrochloric acid. This is a very mild etch, but it is neutralizing the caustic cleaner at this point. I do a quick check, make sure there's no water breaks on there. So this is the trichrome bath. There is no current going to the bar yet, so what I do is dial this, and I can adjust my current according to the piece. You can see the voltage go and my amperage. And that's basically going to draw on the size of the piece. Something like a small piece like that's a few hundred amps. Something like a large bumper will be somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,500 amps. So it'll hold some major power when we get to that. Final rinse. That's the final product right there. This again is just a heated rinse tank, just a last final rinse, and it has a small additive in it to provide a little protection to the chrome. That's it. Show them what's up.
So you're the inspection.
I'm the inspection. And then just check it for any flaws, any scratches or pits or whatever. And it looks good, so.
Well, how about that? We just showed how some of the best chrome in the industry is done here at Custom Chrome Plating in Grafton, Ohio. We hope you loved the video. Thanks to John Wright, Billy, what a great insight. And it really shows that if you want custom chrome, the best in the industry, it's really the attention to detail this shop comes through with. But again, thanks to John Wright, everyone involved here that works, and it was a pleasure being here. Hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you following this video.